Hey guys, today we're creating Friday Night Funkin', but this time it's Rock'em and Sock'em. What a crazy game! It makes me feel quite insane when playing. You suggested that I should have a look at Friday Night Funkin'. Here we are, well, creating a DIY Rock'em and Sock'em. I was just waiting for another chance to build another Rock'em and Sock'em. If you remember, there was this game called Fortnite, Monster vs. Robot, Robot vs. Monster. And back in the days, I enjoyed this project so much that I was just waiting for another chance to build another DIY Rock'em and Sock'em. I'm not 100% sure if this technique is going to work. This is going to be for the punch function of both characters. We switch over to clay. I am going to create, hopefully, very thin layers of beautiful characters. We have the girlfriend sitting on these music boxes in the background. And I try to get everything as thin as possible because, well, we are working in a frame. We are building the Rock'em and Sock'em game in this frame. And it has to be very thin in order to work properly. I'm starting with the clay figurines right at the beginning because honestly I have no idea how to make the punch function working and that the head is coming off. Beautiful details here on the speakers with the outline, and then the black dots are missing. I think these are called speaker drivers, the magnets inside a speaker. Okay, well, just some screws and the speakers are finished, and we are starting with the girlfriend sitting in the background. Someone is quite hairy, but well, she's beautiful. I think she's quite beautiful. With these legs and her hair and the red shoes she's wearing. Beep bop, beep beep. Again, I try to stay as thin as possible for the girlfriend, that she's not disturbing the fight in the front. Okay. That looks nice. Well, the head is a little bit weird. Well, this cheek looks weird. I know it's a design choice from the character designer, and I get it, but it's just looking a little bit weird. I made this beautiful color gradient in her hair, brown and orange, and we get the hair into shape. Placing it onto the head, look at that, beautiful. And as we have some more strands of hair, I'm creating these as a very thin layer of clay, putting them in the background. And the ear! I forgot the ear for her to hear the right tones in the voice. And then she's able to smile and to blink with her eye. Eyelids, honestly, I first thought about painting these, but then I went with clay only because it makes it look more, well, everything's made out of clay. I just like this approach. This is the boyfriend with the Super Mario cap. Well, not really, but I thought it looks like this. And we have an excellent color choice on this character. Blue and red matches perfectly. I really like the blue hair. And another blue strand of hair goes right there. And then we can finish his baseball cap with this blue cap. Yep. Here we go. Suddenly doesn't really look like Super Mario cap. Now I feel stupid. Well, but the blue is at least the Super Mario trousers blue. So, yeah. The eyes will go right in the middle of the face. We have the Zelda ear. And the eyebrows. For now I decided to switch over to wire because they are really sticking out. The body is way more tiny compared to the head. The one hand, I just liked this victory hand expression. And as the other hand will be quite busy holding the microphone, I thought this would be just nice. We have the trousers, which took me probably an hour to figure out how they actually look until I realized that we have some pockets sticking out. His beautiful shoes, white soles, look at that. Look at these curved forms I'm making with a scalpel. And then we have these white stripes on top of it. 3 white stripes. Which shoe brand comes to mind when talking about 3 stripes on the shoes? Okay, shoes are finished. Now the weird looking pockets. And we start with the final character for today's video. And guys, I'm honest. I have played the game, I watched some videos, and I have no idea who this really is. It could be the girlfriend's daddy. It could be the rival singing against the boyfriend to get through to the girlfriend, which makes the most sense to me. And then there's also the idea of the club owner. Do you want to hear more stories, background stories about the club owner? Well, he's the devil. You can see this in his face. Too many scars from all the fights over some cheap beer. And well, you don't see them right now, but later, these red eye, they are insane. And some more Zelda ears. And about these tiny red details I was unsure. It could either be gum or just dirt between the teeth. You can choose. Okay, now let's dress him up. We start with the hair. It's grey, which would support the first theory of being the daddy of the girlfriend, because, well, he's old. But then again, why is he showing his chest hair and also some pubic hair to the boyfriend? Is it like, so you're the new boyfriend? Look at what I got! And he's ripping his shirt apart. He's wearing a suit without any shirt underneath. It has to be the club owner, because this is how club owners look like. Pretty sure. Well, it's been a while, because due to the pandemic, since I was in the club the last time. Honestly, I can't remember. Oh well, it was with a friend, good friend of mine. Pub crawling with some beautiful bands, playing amazing music. But oh boy, it's been over a year. The pandemic really sucks. I can't put it in other words. He has a really expensive watch. Probably a Rolex. And let's quickly make him another microphone. Could it be the father-in-law for the boyfriend? That would be so weird. But again, we have some further characters, and they don't really support well, they could be guests in the pub, the club. This thumb is a beautiful looking thumb. The belt buckle, it's tiny, but it's yellow. Yellow always makes up for a disadvantage. Freshly baked girlfriend sitting on the speakers, and we start with her, gluing her onto the background and give her mouth a beautiful expression. Okay, It looks more like she's screaming, but that's also okay if someone is playing really bad. Putting her into the frame. Okay, let's see. The boyfriend with his beautiful Access Forbidden shirt. Still thinking about the moving mechanism. Well, for the boots I have some ideas. For the shoes, we put them right there. This should work with some super glue. But the punching function, well, let's start with the head. I use some tiny magnets to make the head removable once they get a big punch. 2 magnets, one on the head, the other will go into the torso. Okay, now the antagonist, let's call him Anthony. Anthony. And it stands for the antagonist. Gluing him also onto this piece of wood, and it's working. Anthony was once a quite successful club owner, but now with the pandemic he was not able, well, to open his club anymore. So he is inviting weird guys to celebrate the Battle of... what's it called? Just song contest? Probably. Guys, I think I found a beautiful way. We stick the wire inside. Let's see if it works. The spring, which I borrowed from the pen, are helping to put the wooden stick back into normal position. Fist and spacers are glued in position, and then we can assemble this whole thing. Bless you. Thanks, guys. I like the handles made out of wood, but I wanted to give them a little bit more expression. I used the colors blue, bright blue is for the boyfriend, and this dark, bright purple for the club owner. Okay, I just looked it up. Daddy Dearest. Daddy Dearest is the father of the girlfriend and the husband of Mummy Nearest. He is the main antagonist of week 1 and one of the antagonists during week 5. He is an ex-rock star who doesn't approve of the relationship between his daughter and the boyfriend. I knew it! I knew it! Now I'm all into Friday Night Funkin'. We're gluing the last piece onto our frame. And guys, I guess that's it! Friday Night Funkin' is a DIY Rock'em and Sock'em. 3, 2, 1, go!
You can date my daughter now.
I hope you enjoyed this creation, today's creation, Friday Night Funkin' as the Rock'em and Sock'em version. Have an amazing weekend, stay safe, stay creative, bye. Oh, I hit the girlfriend again. Beep up, 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 baby.